Welcome back to FM Story. We are approaching the midway point of season 13 of the Glory Hunt Save, our second season of Juventus. The sole aim for this season is the Coppa Italia, which gets underway in this episode. So without further ado, let's get into the action. We're into January and it's time for the Coppa Italia to begin. We've got a home tie coming against Frosinone. Hopefully we can get through that. We ended the last episode with a draw against Atalanta and things didn't start particularly well after that. We did beat Salernitana 4-1, but then we lost 2-0 at home to Nice in the Champions League. A player that we signed for PSG getting 2 penalties in the first half. We then lost 2-0 away at Empoli, but then after that we've turned it around a bit. We beat Milan 4-1 at home. We beat Udinese 2-1 away from home. In the Super Coppa, we beat Atalanta in the semi-final and then beat Inter in the final with an early goal from Vitinha. And then in the most recent game, we beat Torino 4-2. What it means is we're currently sat in fourth in the league on 40 points. We do have a game in hand on pretty much everyone around us. So hopefully we can secure that place. But as we said many times, the League and the Champions League aren't a concern this season. The only concern is the Coppa Italia, which we've got coming up now against Frosinone, who are 8th in Serie A. So it could be a bit of a tough test. They're missing Lewis Ferguson. We're missing Fabio Moretti. But hopefully we can see ourselves through to the next round, which I believe is the quarterfinal. Right, so this is the team we've picked. We have gone back. We have tweaked the formation slightly. Lodovic is carrying an ox, so he's on the bench. So we're going with Boyomo and Mafreta as the two centre halves. We've got Beck at left back, Varga in that right wing back role, Serie in front of the back four, Tonali and Binch in the two midfield roles, and then we've gone to having a player on the wide right rather than being tucked in. So Kusiasara is starting on the right, Gonzalez is starting on the left, and Adegboyega is going to play through the middle. Hopefully the run of form we've been in, we can continue this on and pick up the victory and get through to the next round. Very, very little happening early on in this game. And there we are, half time, not a single highlight. And a pretty even half of not an awful lot happening. Right, we've sent the same team out to start the second half. And we'll give them 15 minutes or so to try and get something changed here. Donnarumma claims a cross from the first highlight that we've seen. And then rolls it out to Boyomo. He finds Varga on the right. Kusiasari cutting in. Tonali. Wide to Gonzalez. Binch. And Beck now on the left. Crosses towards the back post. And there's Kusiasari arriving late. We've got him playing the Raumdeuter role. Gets up above his fullback at the back post. Heads home. And gives us a 1-goal advantage. So Beck just goes down the left, past his man, whips that cross in, and there was no way Kusiasari wasn't getting his head on that. Right, so we made 2 changes. We brought Vitinha on for a tiring Serie, and we brought Matthias Mollis on up front for Adegboyega. Tonali with a corner. Kusiasari again got his head on it. Still alive, Tonali, and then they've cleared it. Boyomo back to Varga. Over the top. Gonzalez cuts in on his right foot, squares it. Binch finds Kusiasari. He gets his second of the game. Gives us a 2-goal advantage with just over 20 minutes left, and hopefully that should be enough now to see us into the next round. Nice ball from Varga. Gonzalez takes it down, cuts in on his right, squares it. Binch then lays it off. And Kusiasari in off the inside of the post for 2-0. Right, a free kick for them. Garzon down the line. And Ligue chips it back to Garzon on the edge of the box. Back to Ligue. And they've headed just wide of the near post. Right, Mafreta with a free kick to Beck. Lodovics to Gonzalez. Infield to Mollis. Costa. Shablas. Boyomo to Shablas. It's taken off him in their box, and then they've hammered it upfield. Mafreta wins the header. Shablas now loses the ball on the edge of their area. Now they're going to break, and they're getting numbers forward. Cross into the box, turned home, potentially offside, hopefully. But seeing as he's running away to the halfway line with the ball, I think that one's getting given. And now we're hanging on. It's gone wide. It's far too easy. Beck can't block the cross. Ball's into the box in between the two centre halves, and it's just poked home for 2-1. And we've got a couple of minutes to hang on now. 6 minutes of injury time. And there we go. Thankfully, we were able to hold on 2-1 full time. We're through to the next round. And the Coppa Italia journey has begun for the season. We've made it to the beginning of February, and to be perfectly honest, since that game against Frosinone, things have gone pretty badly. Followed that up with a 3-1 loss away at Inter. We beat Copenhagen 5-2 in the Champions League. We then drew 2-2. We were behind twice against Spezia. And then in the last game in the Champions League phase, we drew 2-2 thanks to a late Schlüsselberg goal. What it means as far as the Champions League is concerned is we've finished down in 11th position, which means we're in the knockout playoff round. And as far as Serie A is concerned, we are 4th still. We've got a game in hand still on most teams, but we are kind of in a bit of a gap. We're 6 points behind Sassuolo. We're 4 points clear of Fiorentina, who've played a couple of games more than us. And then we've had the draw for the Coppa Italia quarter-final, and it's a home derby against Torino. And the only bit of business we did in the transfer window was selling Jose Carneiro, and we've sold him to Torino. So hopefully he's not going to come back to bite us in that game. We'll see that game at the beginning of the next episode. But first, we've got a big game at home against Napoli, and hopefully we can get 3 points just to allow us to go into that game against Torino in a bit of form. So this is the side we've picked for the home game against Napoli. We are missing a couple of players, so Mafreta is injured, Mafreta is suspended, and Aaron Gonzalez is injured, so Boyomo's partnering Lodovics at the back, and Poulsen's playing off the left instead of Gonzalez with Schlüsselberg through the middle. There's very little happening early on in this game. Right, a free kick for them. Zaferis chasing it out towards the corner flag. Crosses. Donnarumma comes and claims the cross easily. And then rolls it out to Lodovics. Into Binch. Kusiasari back to Binch. He then loses out to João Neves in midfield. But Beck wins it back. Poulsen on the left. Back to Boyomo. Keeping the ball pretty well here, but now Binch driving towards the edge of the box. Just couldn't keep the shot down. Terraciano with a throw for them. João Neves. Zaferis loses out, but they've still got it. Nathan going forward on the left-hand side into the box. And this is not what we wanted. heading into that quarter-final. It's just far too easy. Far, far too easy, in fact. Right, we've brought Vitinha on for the injured Tonali. Beck with a free kick towards the back post. Schlosselberg picks it up. Beck to Kusiasari. Looks to go past his man. Goes down in the box. And I think we might have got a fairly fortunate penalty there. Yeah, penalty given. And Kusiasari is going to step up to take it himself. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Puts it in the bottom corner. And that levels it up at 1-1. Just rolls it into the corner. Nice and composed. And we're back on level terms. Right, Varga with the throw. Kusiasari. Back to Sarah. Binch into Vitinha. Still has it. And now they're going to break. Beck wins it back. Right, Poulsen down the left-hand side now. Pulls it back into boxing for Vitinha. Still alive. Binch goes a long way back for some reason. Right, Varga now free on the right. Low cross. And there's Poulsen arriving to turn it home. And we've quickly turned this around. 2 goals in less than 5 minutes to put us in front on the verge of half-time. Lodovik's down the line for Varga, who made the run. Just along the edge of the 6-yard area, and Poulsen arriving from the wing sweeps it past the keeper. And there we go. Half-time, 2-1 up. We've certainly ended the first half a bit better than we were for most of it, but we need to be more like that going forward. Right, second half underway. They've got underway quickly from the kickoff. Carey goes back to Vidal. Out to Nathan. And that's far too easy the way they've got in on the right-hand side. Beck comes across. I mean, surely that's outside the box. It was a stupid tackle. Right. Ulolo with the free kick. Big deflection off the wall. Cross comes back and Donnarumma claims it safely. Terracciano with a throw. They start coming on strong to start the second half, but Kusiasari wins it back. Finds Binch. Back to Poulsen breaking through. Oh, he dropped onto his right foot, bent it against the post. And now they're going to clear. And they're still going down that left-hand side. Got past his man, crosses towards the edge of the area. And luckily the header lands on the roof of the net. Right, so we've made some changes to get some fresh legs on. Let's try and hold on to this. Adegboyega with a free kick towards the back post. Drops for Moretti, Vitinha. Poulsen should definitely be hitting the target. If he hits the target, he probably scores there as well. And there we go. Full time 2-1. Still not a particularly brilliant performance, but at least we're going to be going into the quarterfinal at the start of the next episode off the back of a win. And there we go, the end of another episode. We're still not producing anything like the level of performance that we need to. We are managing to grind out a few results here and there. we've managed to get underway in the Coppa Italia with that victory over Frosinone, but we've got a big game at the start of the next episode, the quarter-final of the Coppa Italia, a Turin derby against Torino. We're at home, so hopefully we can make it through to the semi-final. Join us next time to see if we can do that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.